In the heart of Mexico City, something strange recently unfolded in the sky, something that has left residents and UFO researchers alike questioning what they witnessed. A mysterious object, clearly visible and filmed in daylight, was seen hovering above the city. The footage, now circulating through social media and alternative investigative forums, shows a disc-shaped object with long, tendril-like appendages dangling beneath it. Described by many as resembling a jellyfish, this strange aerial phenomenon has yet to be acknowledged or reported by any major news network, sparking concerns of a potential cover-up. Eyewitnesses who saw the event were quick to react. Many pulled out their phones to capture what they believed could be a once-in-a-lifetime sighting. The object moved slowly and silently, its form unusually detailed for typical UFO sightings. Rather than the common blurry or indistinct images that have plagued UFO research for decades, this footage stood out for its remarkable clarity. The disc shape of the main body, paired with the peculiar appendages trailing beneath it, made it resemble a jellyfish, floating not in water, but in the sky. This isn't the first time Mexico City has experienced unusual aerial activity. In fact, the region has become somewhat of a hotspot for UFO sightings, with hundreds of reports surfacing over the past several years. From amateur videos taken during broad daylight to strange lights filmed during solar eclipses, Mexico City has a long history of unexplained aerial events. What makes this recent incident so noteworthy, however, is the silence that has followed it. Despite the video's clarity and the significant number of witnesses, no mainstream media outlet has reported on the event. That omission alone has led many to suspect that information is being suppressed, possibly to prevent public concern or to keep certain truths hidden. The shape of the object has sparked intense debate. To those familiar with UFO phenomena, the so-called jellyfish UFO is not a new concept. Reports of similar objects, domed with luminous tendrils, have appeared from various parts of the world. Eyewitnesses often describe these objects as eerily silent, almost alive in how they move, floating effortlessly across the sky in a manner that defies conventional understanding of aircraft mechanics. These sightings, though scattered and frequently dismissed, all share a common thread: a sense of the unknown, the alien, and the unexplainable. What makes this sighting above Mexico City so compelling is the image's unprecedented clarity. This footage has drawn in thousands of viewers and analysts. UFO researchers are calling it potentially the most detailed and vivid capture of a jellyfish UFO to date. The object's appearance, particularly the glowing appendages that extend downward, has fueled speculation about its origin and function. Some researchers have proposed that these tendrils may be part of an advanced propulsion system, perhaps a technology unknown to modern science, utilizing energy fields or gravitational manipulation. Others have taken a more speculative approach, wondering if the tendrils are biological in nature or serve an atmospheric interaction purpose, much like how jellyfish navigate their environment through trailing limbs. The notion that UFOs might not be entirely mechanical in nature, but instead may blend biology and technology, is one that has been gaining traction in certain research circles. The jellyfish shape could indicate a completely different category of aerial phenomena, one that challenges the traditional understanding of how advanced civilizations might traverse space or visit our planet. Perhaps what was witnessed in the skies of Mexico City was not a craft in the conventional sense, but something else entirely, an entity or a living mechanism, possibly not bound by the limitations of Earth's technology. Yet, for all the theories and fascination the sighting has inspired, there remains an eerie silence from official channels. No scientific organization, government agency, or media network has acknowledged the footage. In an age when news travels fast and viral videos often command immediate attention, the lack of mainstream coverage is puzzling. To some, It points to an active effort to suppress the story, to control the narrative, or to prevent public alarm. Others speculate that those with more knowledge about the incident are deliberately withholding information, possibly due to its implications. Cover-ups, particularly when it comes to unidentified aerial phenomena, are not a new concept. For decades, governments around the world have been accused of concealing encounters and data related to UFOs. The United States, for instance, only recently declassified certain military videos and reports, acknowledging that some aerial phenomena remain unexplained. In the case of Mexico City's jellyfish UFO, the absence of official commentary may suggest either a lack of explanation or a desire to avoid drawing attention to something not fully understood. Meanwhile, the video continues to make its rounds on alternative media platforms and within communities dedicated to the investigation of the unknown. Amateur analysts have slowed the footage, enhanced frames, and speculated on its trajectory and physical makeup. The more it is examined, the more questions it seems to raise. Why would such a clear sighting receive no official inquiry, and what was the object doing hovering over one of the most populated cities in the world? Some believe that we are approaching a tipping point in the public's relationship with the unexplained. As technology advances and more people carry cameras in their pockets, the ability to document strange events in real time grows exponentially. With more evidence emerging from civilians rather than institutions, the pressure is building for greater transparency and open dialogue about what is happening in our skies. The jellyfish UFO over Mexico City may not have made it to the evening news, but it has certainly made waves among those paying attention. Its distinct shape, exceptional visibility, and the surrounding silence only add to its mystery. Russia has also been a hotspot for sightings of these unusual UFOs. In the 1980s, several witnesses in Siberia reported seeing a massive jellyfish-like craft floating over a remote forested area. According to the witnesses, the object emitted a soft hum and appeared to pulse with light, its tentacle-like beams of light stretching toward the ground. Though the sighting was reported to authorities, it was never formally investigated, leading many to speculate about the possible cover-up of such phenomena during the Cold War. In another case from 2014, multiple residents of Moscow reported seeing a jellyfish UFO hovering over the city's outskirts. The object was said to be glowing brightly, with its tentacles occasionally flickering as it floated over residential neighborhoods. No official explanation was provided for the sighting, and despite video footage and photographs being taken, the mystery remains unsolved. In China, jellyfish UFO sightings have been reported for decades. One of the most widely reported sightings occurred in 2018, when several residents of a small rural village witnessed an enormous, jellyfish-shaped object hovering silently above a nearby mountain range. The object reportedly emitted a faint, pulsating glow, and its translucent form was clearly visible against the night sky. These sightings have often been dismissed by officials as weather balloons or other aerial phenomena, but the consistent descriptions of the objects, along with the corroborating accounts of multiple witnesses, make these explanations seem inadequate to many. The recent classified photo leak of a jellyfish UFO has only added weight to the idea that these sightings are not simply the result of misunderstandings or optical illusions. Jellyfish UFO sightings have also been widely reported in North America. In 2011, a group of campers in Arizona witnessed a strange, glowing object hovering above the desert. The witnesses described it as jellyfish-like, with long, glowing tendrils hanging from its main body. The object appeared to float silently for several minutes before disappearing into the night sky. Local authorities dismissed the sighting as a potential misidentification of a military aircraft, but no official investigation was conducted. Another notable case occurred in Canada in 2019, when several residents in British Columbia reported seeing a glowing jellyfish-shaped object in the sky during the early morning hours. The object was described as hovering low in the atmosphere, emitting soft light and slowly moving across the horizon before disappearing into the clouds. Despite being witnessed in vastly different regions of the world, jellyfish UFO sightings share several key characteristics. These objects are almost always described as glowing or translucent, with a dome-shaped body and trailing tentacle-like beams of light. Witnesses consistently report that the objects move silently, and they often describe the objects as hovering or floating rather than flying at high speeds. The glow emitted by these UFOs is usually soft and pulsating, sometimes changing colors or intensifying before the object vanishes. The nature of these sightings has led to numerous theories about what jellyfish UFOs could be. Some researchers believe that these objects represent a type of advanced extraterrestrial technology, possibly using propulsion systems beyond human understanding. The tentacle-like beams of light could be a form of energy or electromagnetic field that allows the objects to hover and move in ways that defy known physics. Another theory suggests that these objects could be biological entities rather than mechanical craft. Proponents of this theory argue that the jellyfish-like appearance, with its translucent body and fluid movements, might indicate that these UFOs are living organisms, possibly originating from another planet. This theory, though speculative, is supported by the way the objects behave and their distinct lack of any mechanical features typically associated with aircraft or spacecraft. As the phenomenon of UFO sightings continues to gain traction around the world, an increasing number of military personnel have begun coming forward with their own personal encounters with unidentified flying objects. These whistleblowers, many of whom served in high-security, sensitive positions, describe sightings of strange aerial phenomena that defy conventional explanation. Often, these incidents involved advanced, unidentified technology that seemed to outmaneuver and outperform any known aircraft.